Is anybody here my age remember that song called Tighten Up? Who know the words to it? And the reason why I said that is because this is free. It's not a part of my. I do have handouts. I'm gonna leave them there on the way out. I also saved it on the flash drive. If you need it, I can email it to you so that you have access to it. We know songs that are not church songs. So, in one part of tightening it up is keeping it real with each other, not acting like we've been in church all our lives.
That's right. That's right.
Deliver me from people who act like they've been saved all their life. Stop lying. Stop. So my question is this. Think about it before you answer. Don't answer out loud because you might embarrass yourself. Who wants to follow you?
Come on now.
Who wants to follow you?
That's a good one.
Or are they following you because you are the only drill team director and they have no choice but to follow you? Or, and put some more wood on the fire. What if they saw you outside of uniform, outside of your purple shirt, outside of your gray pistol belt and gloves? Would they follow you when you don't see them?
Come on now.
If they see your actions. Now, all hands up. Put both hands up if you can be followed all the time. Austin got his hands up. Thank you, sir. So we're correct. So that's another area where we need to tighten up. We need to tighten up as part of our characters when people don't see us as drill team leaders and drill team workers. The issue with us is whenever we are in uniform, we are a totally different person. Can we agree? Shake your head, yes. When people see us at Texas Gulf Coast, at Congress, we sharp, all of that stuff. But again, God sees you all of the time. So why would people follow you? If you have let me say it this way because I don't want to. If I was to create a list for my son Zachary, he's over there, and y'all look good in your purple, by the way. If I was to create a list for Zachary, just using him as an example, and I would say, let me list what's bad for Zachary and what's good for Zachary. I could immediately go to the bad list first. And fill it up with multiple infractions. Notice I said multiple. Because every other day, I could fill up Zachary's bad list first. But the good list, I'd have to go, how many of us, our bad list is way longer than our good list? Think about that. Then ask yourself why, and then ask, why are they following me? Who in here knows for without a shadow of a doubt, you are a leader? Raise your hand. Don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
Tell me why you're a leader. Wait. Notice, did y'all see that? When I said, tell me why I'm a leader, everybody heard him put their hands down? Go, sir. Shh.
I would like to believe that I'm a leader because I follow Christ. I do make mistakes, as I am human, like everybody does. But I know my calling. I know why I'm here. I know why God put me on this earth. So every step I make, every effort I take is to lead somebody to the kingdom of God.
Okay, good. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And what's the last part of that? Got some Bible readers. Cameron Bowden. Y'all need that no look fast? Tell me why you're a good leader right here.
Like you said, I think I'm a good leader because I make mistakes. I recognize I make mistakes.
You do?
Wow. And it's not really in the mistakes that you make, but how you recover and the lesson that you learn from those mistakes. I go through life learning that everything is a lesson that I have to learn, and it's my choice on whether I learn it the hard way or the easy way. It's my choice on whether I take God with me in that lesson or whether I try and do it myself, and he shows me that you should have took me in the first place. So in understanding that and trying to take that and infuse it into them, it's just making sure that they understand that no matter where you are in life, you're not finished. Understand that God has a purpose for you. You may not see it at a certain age, but as you get older, you're going to see it and you're going to realize that I went through all of this for a reason. And that's what's going to make you a leader, how you respond from that.
Thank you, Karen. I'm surprised you ate about 3 minutes of my time, but that's okay. It was all good. You do. And I've watched him grow into what he is. So as a leader, are we modeling someone, or we've set in a good example as a leader for someone to follow. Now, keep in mind, as a leader, they're not going to do exactly what you do. They're not going to lead exactly how you lead. They might do something different, but if it's for the common goal, the kingdom of God, then it's all good. Leaders are hard to find. Can we agree with that? Why are leaders hard to find? Somebody, anybody? Let me ask the question again. Why are leaders hard to find? Yes.
Because not many people sacrifice like they should.
Good? Yes. Say that. Stand up so they say that. Stand up again.
Nobody want to step up.
Say it again.
Nobody want to step up.
One more time.
Nobody want to step up.
Nobody wants to step up. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Listen. Everybody wants to be a leader until they factor in how much it costs to be a leader. Everybody wants to be a drill team director until they factor in what it costs to be a drill team director. They can tell you how to run the drill team. Let me give you, for instance, here's an analogy. I coach the Super Bowl, Graylin, every year. From the luxury of Sears cigars on 1960, and I coach it good. I'm not down on that field coaching. Does that make sense? Everybody can coach the drill team from a distance. Tell you, matter of fact, they can tell you what you're doing wrong. And even can take it one step and tell you how to correct what you're doing wrong. I heard my pastor from an old church I was, Valky, said this. If you come to him and tell me you want to start a ministry, here's what he's going to say. Well, Pastor, I think we need to start a ministry. He goes, tell me how you're going to do it. Oh, no, I didn't say I want to do it. Leaders are hard to find at any level of organization. Leaders exhibit a unique blend of, listen to this, charisma, that's me, vision, that's me, character, that's definitely me, Linda Blackshire, traits that attract all people to follow them. You have to make the ministry attractive. You have to make leadership attractive. Anybody here ever been in love? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait, anybody here ever thought they was in love? Okay, so do you remember when you first call yourself attracted to someone and you did everything you could to get that person's attention and keep their attention? You know, you start getting your hand nails done more, you start going to get your fade and your beard trimmed up, all this, you start washing the car more because the car stayed dirty, now you got to clean it out and all this other stuff. You did everything you could to attract them to the ministry. Guess what? If you want to keep them in the ministry, what do you got to do? You got to keep doing that. You got to be consistent. You have to be a consistent leader. One of the drawbacks about being in a leadership position is sometimes we are not consistent. What does that mean? Glad you asked. Here's what we do. We say we're going to do things, we don't do it, and then we get caught up in not doing it, and then we try to backtrack and try to do it, and then people are watching. People are watching drill team leaders, workers, they're watching you. And I hate to say this, they're waiting for you to make a mistake.
Right. You're right.
It's sad to say that church folk is waiting for you to mess up. That's sad. But you know what though? I serve a God
Come on now.
that even when I do mess up,
Come on.
God, the Bible says he's faithful and just. Raise your hand if you know he's faithful.
Yes, sir.
So when I make a mistake with God, I'm more concerned with making a mistake with God than making a mistake with people. Because God can cover me away from the people. Respected leaders know that they can't just walk into a room and say, hey, I'm the leader. Have you ever gone somewhere and you can look at somebody and say, you know what? That's got to be the leader of that group. It's the way they carry themselves.
Yeah.
It's the way they act.
Yeah.
Now, there's been sometimes I've gone into a room and said, that can't be the leader. Or I feel sorry for them if that's their leader. It's just like when I played football 100 years ago, and when I would see a coach, I would say, man, that guy don't even, he didn't even look like a coach. He didn't have a whistle. But he was a great coach. It's hard to determine a leader from far off. You gotta spend time with them. You gotta make the ministry attractive to them so they'll want to spend time in the ministry. Drill team is hard. Shake your head, yes.
Yes.
It's hard being a leader, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Assistant directors, raise your hand. Tell me why you struggle with leadership, Jason.
Why do I struggle?
Tell me, give some reasons why we struggle, not necessarily you.
We struggle in leadership sometimes because things evolve and we're used to a certain leadership style, and sometimes the leadership style that you have may not be effective on your next group of kids or things of that nature. And then sometimes, no matter how selfless you try to be, sometimes you gotta fight your own self ways coming in, interrupting your leadership.
Okay, everybody understand that? Sister Blackshaw told me I had 20 more minutes, and let me go through this real quick. Yeah. How leaders attract followers. Are you attractive? We talked about that. Are you attracting people, or are you running them off? Wow. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about Fallbrook. I can speak for Fallbrook. It's some of them I want to run off, and I have ran them off. Well, let me put this. I was a contributing factor to running them off. Let me tell you why. This ministry is not for everybody.
You're right.
You got to find what ministry where you can work. Okay, so I got to make the ministry attractive. Followers expect leaders to recognize and reward them for their success. You need to recognize the good thing that they have done and reward them. Go get a Chick-fil-A card. Hey, you know what? You did good. Here you go. Hey, you came to practice on time 2 weeks in a row. I don't believe it. Here's a Chick-fil-A card. Does that make sense? Let me tell you why. Because you're rewarding them, that means that they will do something else for that. They will continue to do right. And I'm not saying go buy some. Walk up to them and shake their hand and say, you know what, you're doing an excellent job. Now, why come you can't keep your hand straight? Every time you see them, you telling them about their levels. You got to change that. Characteristics of successful leadership style, real quick. Choose to lead, be the person others choose to follow. Are you that? Provide vision for the future, provide inspiration, make other people feel important and appreciated. You definitely got to do that. Live your values, make sure you live that when they don't see you. Listen to this, behave ethically, particularly when they don't see you. Leaders set the pace through the expectation as an example. If you're a leader and you're a sad example, wait a minute. The type of follower you are is the type of leader you'll be. If you're a sorry follower, you're gonna be even sorrier leader. That was free, it's not on there, I'm just giving it to you for free. Establish an environment of continuous improvement, provide opportunities for people to grow, both personally and spiritually. Lastly, care and act with compassion. Again, I have this handout. I'm gonna leave it on the table if you want it. If you wanted me to email it to you, send me an email address and I'll give it to you. And it's free. Thank you.